Hey guys, it's been a while. I figured I would do kind of a room update video and let y'all know what's going on since it's been a long time. I don't know if you can tell by my clothes, I just got done working on somebody's car. I've been real busy trying to get extra money saved up for Christmas and stuff, so I've been taking a lot of jobs, working on helping my friend at his shop and working on cars, and the guitar repair side of what I do used to be busy, but the oil field kind of took a crap over here in the area, so all of my guys that worked in the oil field that played instruments in Spanish band and stuff no longer do that stuff, so they've sold a lot of their instruments off, so I have nothing to work on. Like I said, I've been doing stuff. I figured I'd make a reptile room update video. We're gonna start with the cage up here that is empty. This enclosure is empty. There's nothing in here. You can open it. So you can see it's empty. The hides are empty. The substrate and stuff is new. The water dish has been disinfected and cleaned. It's ready for an animal to go in it. And I have my eye set on a Brooks king snake. But like I said, Christmas, well, the kid's birthday's coming up, then Halloween, and then Thanksgiving, and then after Thanksgiving it's my daughter's birthday, and then after my daughter's birthday it's Christmas. So money's tight right now, so it won't be anytime soon. I don't think that I'm picking up that guy. So we're gonna start with, we already started with the empty tank, so let's start with the enclosure down here. I do believe this is Popeye down here. So you can see there's my enclosures. This one right here has my pied ball python in it, and these guys they got fed like almost a whole week ago, so I should be okay with getting them out. A couple of the snakes have shed. There's Popeye, he's my pied ball python. Oh, he's mad. You hear him hissing? I said, there's Popeye. There's my pied ball. That's my pied ball male. And Popeye's, I think he's going on 2 years old now. I'm not sure. Hold on, let me clip this camera over here. Stay there. It's cricket. Anyways, yeah, Popeye right here is my piebald. Go ahead and fix this stuff. His like I said, he ate last week. Oh, you're grouchy, dude. I think he's hungry. But that's Popeye. He's about 2 years old, I want to say. He's a big guy. He's gonna be super pretty when he's like fat and huge like Ruby is. Anyways, my favorite part is his tail. His tail's got that pattern on it, right on the end. Then he's got the white on the end. Anyways, guys, that's Popeye, my piebald. So close the enclosure, and then underneath him, the closure that's underneath him. See if I can turn this camera this way and still have him in the camera shot. This girl down here, this is a Ruby. She's my female albino ball python. She's acting hungry. She ate last week, and these guys are going to start eating rats now because they're eating a crap ton of large mice. This is Ruby, she's my albino. You see? She's my female albino. And she's about 2 years old. I got Popeye probably a few months after I got Ruby, so this is Ruby. She's probably the nicest snake that I have in all my snake collection here. Anyways, that's Ruby. Put her back. Okay, and then I'm going to take the camera off of the stand to show you this little guy down here. So this little guy, I don't know if it's these sand boas in general, but he's a little bulldog, so he's like, he has a tendency to want to strike at me and stuff. He's a little fatty. So far, guys, this is probably the easiest snake I think I've owned to take care of since I've owned him. He's a Anery Kenyan sand boa, so he's got a black and white pattern instead of the the red flame colored ones. Now the key is to find him. You can see his little tracks everywhere where he had messed up the sand right here. His little poops, little sand boa turd, man. Oh, found him. He's on the move. He's on the move. There, got him. That's this little guy. Little sand boa. Little fat guy. Little sand boa puppy dog face. Like I said, he's a little guy. He's not real big. He has gained quite a bit of weight since I've got him, though. And like I said, he's a little bulldog, so if I put my face anywhere near him, he strikes at me, which is funny because he's got pretty much no mouth. His little shovel nose. Look at him. Hey, dude. Hey, you little fat butt. Anyways, that's the sand boa, and I do believe his name is Sandy. Watch him. Set him down right here. Watch what he does. He's gone, guys. He's gone. Like I said, he's probably the easiest to care for snake. I gave him a hot spot on the left side of his enclosure, and they tell you not to give him a water bowl, but when I first got him, I actually didn't have a water bowl in there, and he had like some bad sheds, the first like 3 sheds he had, and then I put a water bowl in there, went ahead and put water in it, and after that he quit shedding really bad. He started shedding in a whole, in a whole piece instead of spots. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm leaving the water dish in there. I am possibly thinking about changing out the substrate from the walnut shell sand that I got down here, which I use that on my bearded dragon also, to maybe some chips like these guys. Let him dig in that. He's doing pretty good on the sand, so I might not change it. Anyways, I got some comments about the substrate the other day on one of my old videos about how the substrate was not good for a bearded dragon, and I've said it a few times. You as an individual can use whatever substrate you want on your animal. As far as I'm concerned, in Australia they have dirt and rocks and sand, so I'm pretty sure a bearded dragon isn't living on pet carpet, if you know what I mean. So like I said, animals do not get impacted from the substrate you use. They get impacted from eating the substrate that you use. So if they're improperly cared for and dehydrated, they will get impacted. I have kept lizards and snakes since I was about 13 or 14. I am now 34 years old. I have never had an impacted animal, ever. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and show you Izzy. Her tank is very, very dirty, but she's been eyeballing me because I have her food. And I'm going to take her plate out. And her substrate is really dirty right now. Where did I put her food? Come on down here, Iz. Come here. Come on, Iz. Come on, you want some food? Come on, Iz. See you up there. Come on, Iz. Come on down. Come on, Iz. Come on, girl. Let's go say hi to Iz. I got your food down there. If y'all haven't met Isabella, meet Isabella, everybody. This is Isabella. She's my, she's about 4.5 years old. 4.5 years old. She's my red iguana. And she is been acting like a jerk. She's shedding and she's in a mood because I think she's in season. So she's just a big brat, huh? You a big brat? You see all the skin coming off of her nose? Big brat. Big brat. She's just a big brat. And grab her tail. Girl. Anyways, that's my red iguana, Isabella. She's a freaking sweetheart. She's actually getting a cage upgrade because she's actually got a, let's just say, a friend. I'll show you the new guy. I decided to name the new guy Kermit. So I'll go ahead and show you Kermit. I'll go ahead and skip calling them. This is Kermit, guys. He's probably gonna fly off there and run like a crazy bastard. That's Kermit, guys. See, he's out of his mind. He is new, so he thinks I'm trying to eat him. So he goes nuts. As you can see, he's freaking out. And he's still too little to... That's Kermit right there, guys. You see his little handsome butt? Watch this. Watch this. Oh, he's so mean. He's so mean, he's even wiggling his tail. He's such a meanie. He's a cute little guy. He's got some blues on him. I don't know if you can see that. He's got some blues on him, on his nose. This little bugger right here, I went to get him out of his enclosure, and he freaking jumped on my hat, flew off my hat, landed on top of these enclosures, fell back behind them, and I hurt my back moving all these enclosures to get his butt out of there. He was squished up between the very bottom one down there, and I literally had to dig him out of there in order to get him out. So he's ate all of his food. I've been filling his plates up. I mean, like with piles and piles of squash and stuff, and squash and collard greens. Get up here, buddy. And he's been eating all of it, so that's a good thing. I've been trying to keep him misted. I still have the mister that Trey Beck gave me. So, and then, okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and mount the camera here because I think you can see the rest of the stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and get Jack out. Jack's my bearded dragon, my male bearded dragon. Come here, buddy. And what's crazy about Jack is since I got the new iguana, he stopped being a jerk and has been wanting me to pet him and take him out. So this is Jack, guys. Jack is he's a citrus leatherback German giant. He's supposed to be a German giant. I don't know if you can see, guys, but he's like 20 inches long from his head to his tail. I mean, he's a big dude. you hold my hand, if I hold my hand out here, he goes from my finger to my arm down here. He's he came from the German giant line, so he's like, it's a big boy. He's got these pretty purples on him and stuff. He's just supposed to be a plain citrus. Running around, dude. Like I said, he's been wanting out a lot more since I got the new iguana. So that's Jack, guys. Put it back. Then I'm going to show you the leopard gecko. This leopard gecko isn't mine. It is my daughter's leopard gecko. So, grab her. This little girl right here, the female, I don't know what kind of leopard gecko she is. She's really pretty. My daughter named her Cylindria, so that's her name. Her name is Cylindria, and she's a little cutie. She doesn't get handled at all, so I don't want her to drop her tail. Yeah. She was sleeping, so put her back. Okay, now this big boy right here ate about a week ago and has been in shed for an entire week. And I don't want to get bit by him. He will bite. And he's not one to want to, he's not a nice snake to get bit by because he packs a freaking hell of a bite. So what I'm going to do here, move this. This. We'll try to get him at the hook here. Come here, big boy. He's really calm once I grab him, so he doesn't, if he lets me get him. Come on, big boy. Come on. Okay. So we're cool now. This big guy right here, you can see, guys, he's got some length on him. Not so much a lot of girth, but he's pretty long. This big guy right here, his name is Ka. This is my Morelia stellata, or my carpet python if you want to be not technical. This is my carpet python. This is probably my favorite snake out of all my snakes. He's got an X. Quit moving around. He's got an X on his top of his head here. You can see, and the entire time I've had him, he's never had a problem eating. He will not eat rats. He chooses not to eat rats. So he eats about, I think this last time I fed him, he ate about 9 large mice. I am going to try and purchase some large rats from my buddy Robert's pet store, and I'm actually going to try to get the ball pythons at least, or the pythons at least, 2 ball pythons and this guy to eat rats, because them eating 1 rat every week and a half to 2 weeks is way easier for me to mess with than the amount of large mice that I've been feeding. To give you an idea, Ka ate about 9 mice. This last time I fed him, he ate 8 or 9 large mice. He was still hungry. If I would have kept feeding him, he probably would have ate 20. And I mean, he probably can hold it. Popeye ate 6 large mice, and he's not that big, but he ate 6 and then he wouldn't eat no more. And I pretty much fed them until they didn't want to eat, except for this guy. This guy seems to, he'll eat until he freaking blows up. Ruby ate 5 mice and then gave up, and then about an hour later she was surfing her tank looking for more food. So I have a feeling if I can get them on large rats, I could end up feeding Popeye 1 large rat and maybe Ruby 2 large rats, or 1 or 2 large rats, and this guy probably 2 large rats every week, week and a half. Put in go through them. And he likes being out and being handled. One of the things I tell everybody is these make excellent pets, man. If you want a snake that is more active than a ball python but not crazy, carpet pythons make great pets. I know they have a bad rap because like Ka here, he's he thinks I'm gonna give him food. He's an eater. So the snake hook, usually I can tap him with the snake hook and reach in there and get him, and he's fine. But his first thought when he hears the cage open is I'm gonna throw food in there. And I know people feed him in a different enclosure. That doesn't help at all, especially with this species of snake. If I fed him in a different enclosure, it ain't gonna make it crap. He would still be like, you know, food responsive. Whenever I open his enclosure, he'd be like, oh shit, he's getting me out for food. So in my opinion, that doesn't work. Feeding them in a different enclosure doesn't make any sense. No, no, no. No, no, no. Like I said, carpet pythons get a bad rap about being aggressive, and they're not really that aggressive. And as you can see, I don't know if you see that, there's cause enclosure. Cause enclosure is actually 2 of these Penplax Reptiscience Repta 4 or something like that enclosures. What it is there's glass that slides in the bottom of one of them, and a top lid. The lid's taken off the bottom one, and the glass is taken off the top one, and they're stacked on top of each other. You can see they're stacked, and there is actually nothing holding them together except for the weight of the stuff that's in there. If he tried hard enough, he could probably slide them open and get out, but let's just not tell him that, because we don't want him to try to escape. Okay, and this girl down here, I think she's in shed. This girl down here eats about as much as Ka does. Pretty much she'll eat till she's done, so I feed her till she's done. She had 5 large mice. I want her to bite me. She can't see. You can see her eyes. She's blue. She's getting shed, so. What are you doing? This is my Anery Honduran milk snake here. Her name is Violet. She's a real dull color right now, but whenever she's out of shed, she's purple iridescent looking in the sunlight. And this girl right here is exactly 2 years old, like almost exactly 2 years old. What is this month? October. I got her. Got her in July, I think, 2 years ago. And so far, this is the only one that's ever bitten the living crap out of me and held on. Like a food response bite. She has bit me and not let go. Everybody else bites me and lets go. Anyways, that's Violet, guys. That's my Anery Honduran milk snake. Put her back in here. I gotta watch out because she's the only one of my snakes that will still eat when in shed. The rest of them kind of just blow me off when they're in shed and won't eat. She will eat. She's a freaking pig. Okay, last but certainly not least is my 20-something year old. I think he's 20 years old now. A 20-year-old Pueblo milk snake down here. His name is Henry. And if you watch the feeding video of him almost getting little Sal, my son, when we were feeding him, he lunged out and tried to bite him. If you don't know a lot about these colubrids like this, they have really poor eyesight. And they don't see, they actually see with their eyes. They don't see like the pythons do with heat pits and stuff. So they actually have little eyeballs that see. And let's just say Henry here's got cataracts. And if I'm not careful, he will poop all over me, because that's what he does. And this little guy right here is going on about 20 years old. And he doesn't have a lot of weight on him. He doesn't put on a lot of weight, but I'm just glad that he eats and is active. The little tongue tells you how active he is. He's one of those snakes that I never get rid of, because as old as he is and as much stomach issues as he's had since I've owned him, I don't think another person would take as good care of him as I do. There's been times where I've had to use a pinky pump and feed him ground up mice, which is gross. But at one time in his life, he had some kind of stomach virus and got where he wouldn't eat. His ribs were literally sticking out. And like I said, we don't have a reptile vet in the area, but I do have a lot of reptile lovers and stuff in forums that have ran into stuff like that before, and they recommended a medicine to get from the vet, and I just had to go in there and basically ask one of my friends that works at the veterinary clinic over here for a prescription for an antibiotic. I believe it's a cat antibiotic. And basically I gave that to him orally. He didn't like it. And it cleared up his stomach. I don't know, I think it might have been parasites in the stomach or something, but it basically cleared that up, and he's been eating pretty good ever since. I did have to, he got so small at one point where he couldn't eat large mice, so I actually had to feed him fuzzies, which are real tiny, a bunch of fuzzies. And when he started to be able to hold that down, his poop started coming out where it was solid looking and not green, because it was coming out green. I started feeding him large mice again, and he was able to hold them down. And this last time when he ate 3 large mice, which is really good for him. He usually only eats 1. As I said, that's Henry, guys. And that's all of the reptiles right now. That's all the reptiles in the reptile room. The only one that I'm missing that isn't a reptile is Roxy, my prairie dog. And I don't know if you've seen Roxy, my prairie dog, but she's asleep. I gave her a whole roll of toilet paper to build her nest with, and so her nest box is full of toilet paper. Come here, monkey. Come here. Come say hi to everybody. Come here. Anyway, she's in there, guys. You can see she unrolled the toilet paper and made a toilet paper nest. Come here, monkey. Come here, monkey. Come on. Come on, baby. Anyways, I'll put the camera inside there so you can see her. There she is, my little monkey. I do have a whole playlist that's dedicated to Roxy, if you want to know what the prairie dog looks like, and I have, I believe, a video that talks about her. She's a lot better now. I'm actually working on building a harness for her to be able to take her with me, because she is probably my favorite pet that I have. I don't normally show the ferrets, but if you want to see the ferrets, there is ferret videos on my channel. The ferrets' names are Lefty, Poncho, Lefty, and Rocket Butt. And if you want to see a video of those, go check out the video that I have of the ferrets playing. Those technically aren't the only one that's mine is Lefty, which is, that's not what I named him, that's what my wife named him. I named him Thor, and he's an all-white albino male ferret, and he's the only one that's actually mine. But because I don't take care of those 3 animals, I don't normally put them in the video. These are the animals that I take care of. They're in my room back here. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, guys. If you're watching this and you want to see some good videos and you made it this far to the end of the video, you can check out Trebek's channel. I'll go ahead and give a shout out. Trebek's channel, always great videos. He's got a crap ton of animals. If I was able to have my own room, he's got his own little garage room set up, little area. If the house was bigger and I had more room, I'd probably have a lot more animals. A lot of my animals, a few of them were taken in as rescues. So, like Isabella was a rescue. This new little green guy, Kermit, he was kind of a rescue. Nobody wanted him. Anyways, guys, I'll show you all the room here. There's the enclosures. And then there's a little enclosure. It makes me sad. I want to, like I said, I want to get a Brooks King to put in the top enclosure. There is somebody in my area on one of the garage sale pages that's selling a bumblebee ball python with an enclosure that's similar to these enclosures right here, but smaller. And they only want $100 for the snake and the whole setup. And that's how I got into a lot of this. A lot of the snakes I bought with enclosures as a combo deal and got them for cheap. I don't think they make these enclosures anymore. I know I get questions on the enclosures that I use. These brand right here, these big 4-footers right here, the company is called Tetrafauna. And I'm not sure what they're called, but they're set up in such a way. These enclosures are set up in such a way, I hope we don't run out, where you can literally hook a pump up here, and there's a hole down here, a drain hole down here underneath the substrate, and it's so when you put it on a stand like this one down here, it's got all my reptile junk in the bottom of it, you could put a pump and stuff in there, and these will fill up with water all the way up to about right here. You know, you can fill them quite a bit. Put a false floor on there, fill them up with water, and probably build a waterfall into the background, as you can see back there. You could do some cool stuff with it. If I get a chance to look at some of that stuff, I might actually do that. I might actually build these into like a thing with a waterfall and some false bottom and like a little pool down there so the lizards can swim in or something. So I know the iguanas live over water. I only got about probably 7 months maybe before Kermit here gets way too big for that enclosure. So like I said, if I can make it to the end of the year, probably till February, I can get stuff to build the enclosures. Like I was saying, yeah, I can get where I can do the enclosures right there. And anyways, guys, that's the end of the video. As always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share the heck out of my video. And oh, the shout outs. I was gonna do the shout outs before I sign off on the video. The shout outs, I'm gonna shout out Trebek. He's always got great videos. Why reptiles are cool. She always has a positive comment on my videos, and she has amazing looking leopard geckos. So you go check out her channel. And as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video.